July has passed and I'm sitting here at the beginning of August with a very whiskey voice, I realize, now that I start talking. This is the first thing I'm saying today, so... this is Josephine. I call her Josie. She's being very extra today. I've worked so hard on the setup and it still looks like... I don't want to say that word on camera, but you get my gist. So today I'm back with a monthly roundup of July. And I have a few things to talk about. They're actually all summer knits. I have been really diving into the summer knits this year. I feel like every year I get more and more excited about summer knitting, even though I'm not super excited about plant fibers and the way they treat me, as we all know. So what I'm wearing today is the Renunculus by Midori Hirose. And I have knit this in a silk and bamboo blend. I don't remember what it's called, but you can see it down there. This one is, like most of my tops, a little bit too cropped, but since I'm sitting, we're all good. Hi, hello, and a warm welcome to Knit in the City. I am Rebecca. The city that I'm actually in right now is Malmö. And like I said, I'm doing the monthly roundup for July. And I have actually finished two things this month. And the first one is the Summer Secret Crop by Jessie Made Designs that I made for my daughter, my oldest daughter. My youngest already had one, like since 2 years back. And now I made one for my oldest one. I don't have it right here because she's on vacation with her father and she brought the top with her, which I am very happy about. So you will have to be satisfied with a picture of it. And like I said, I did this one before. I made some changes because this is just a regular bottom-up stockinette tank top with a few options for the straps. So you can either make them just regular straight straps or you can cross them in the back. I think there is also a halter variation. I'm not sure, but I think that's included in the pattern. I decided to make this a 3-1 rib to make it fit a little bit better because this is 100% cotton yarn. This is the Debbie Bliss soft cotton, which is actually really soft, just like it says. It's accurate. And this yarn I've had for a long time. I think it's discontinued now, but I bought it quite early on in my knitting journey. I actually knit a cardigan from it, and it was a striped cardigan with wide stripes, but I didn't have enough of the two yarns that I had picked, or the two colors that I picked, so I had to pick other colors as well and incorporate, and it just looked very clownish, so I decided to frog it. And thus far I've made 2 tank tops, and there is definitely enough yarn to make 1 or 2 more. So I made a 3-1 rib. For Little Sisters one, I made stripes in the same sequence as the one on the picture, because I didn't have enough of either of the yarns to do a monochromatic one. And I like the stripes, so I decided to do the same thing for this one. The next thing that I finished in July is sitting here behind Josie, and she's making trouble. I don't know why I had to bring her, but I just think it looks nice to have a plant in the picture. It just gives the illusion of life. Okay, so this is the Tuscana t-shirt. And I have knit this in Drops Paris. Now you can see it better. As you can see, this one has not been blocked. It has this scalloped hem, which you can't see because of the non-blocking situation. But it's supposed to look something like this. The light is really bad here as well. There are no lamps near me. There is one behind me, but if I light that, my face is going to go even darker because it's behind me. It's raining outside today, so that's why it's completely, the sky is completely gray. But I'm gonna do my best because I need to get a video out. But as you can see, it's supposed to be like this. I mean, I really love this top. I have already worn it several times, even though it's not blocked. I have to get to that. I didn't bring my blocking mats here though, so it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. Like I said, it's Knit and Drops Paris. I was surprised. I have not used this yarn before. It's very cheap, but it's really nice to knit with. Even though it has a lot of strands, it is not particularly splitty, so you don't have to look at it while you're knitting. It's rather a thick yarn. It's an Aran weight, so this thing knit up really quickly. And as you can see, this is a raglan construction. It is knit from the top down. Things show a bit better when I do it like this. And yeah, it's a very simple knit. I feel like I really want more of this t-shirt. The only thing with this, because the yarn is so thick, it is somewhat heavy and a bit warm for the warmer days of summer. But on a day like today, I think this would be great. So really happy with this one. Then I have a few whips. I don't have any UFOs because I put all the autumn winter knits to the side and decided to concentrate on my summer knits altogether. And I don't have any summer UFOs because I finished them earlier this spring. It was the Cumulus and the 9 p.m. tank. So now I only have whips, which feels really good. And the ones that I wanted to work on this month was the summer lace wavy Cami. There are so many words. I just have to think through every one when I say this. So yeah, this is a bit problematic, but it is. Maybe I can pick it from the top. So I am making one for myself in this 100% cotton yarn called Colorful Fraya. This is not super colorful, it's brown. This also has a wavy edge. Okay, now you can see it. And this is knit in a feather and fan lace pattern, which is actually a really simple lace pattern. So if you're new to lace, I can highly recommend. And as you can see, it's knit from the bottom up. And when you reach just, I think, somewhere, or no, I think it's probably your high bust or just somewhere below your bust. Not sure. This is a free pattern, so you can just check it out. Then you start shaping for the bust. This one has really, really thin straps, and I have decided to make them a bit thicker because I would like to be able to wear a bra underneath this without the bra straps showing a lot. I'm enjoying this knit. It is quite slow because this is a fingering weight yarn. But I also made one, or I didn't make one, I started making one for my daughter in a purple or like lavender really. Sandnes yarn. It's the mandarin, is it? Yeah, it's the mandarin naturel, the sport weight one, or DK perhaps. Wow, I really know everything today. But I frogged it because I made it in the smallest size, which was a double XS, and that was very small. So I frogged it and I haven't restarted it because as you will see, I already have a few things on the needles that I would like to finish. And I'm not going to be done with it this summer, so I might as well wait till next year. Yes, the next one that I wanted to work on was the Summer Secret crop, and I already finished that, so nothing more to say about that. Then I have the Talia Cardigan, and we're not friends at all right now, because I'm knitting this in Sandnes Line. This is a Sandnes pattern actually, and I bought the booklet. I had some trouble finding the booklet and not having to buy a yarn with it because I already had this yarn. So this is like a really simple top-down raglan cardigan. The thing that happened with this one was that I bought the yarn before I had the pattern, and I don't think I even intended to make this cardigan from that yarn. So I didn't have enough skeins. I bought a couple more skeins, and I think that you can see that this is a different color. I mean, it is the same color, but it's a different dye lot, and it shows, like, I mean, you can really tell. Even if you don't know, you can tell. And I don't like that. So I stopped knitting on it when I realized that this was going to bother me. One of my knitting friends said that I should just get one of each color and then just go every other row. I don't know, because that's going to make it stripy. But I did see a picture of this cardigan where it had a kind of a dip dye effect, like at the end of the sleeves. So I'm thinking maybe to save this color for the ends of the sleeves. I think that would be a better option. But I have not decided yet. I mean, I really like the look of the cardigan. Once it's done, it's a V-neck, and once it's done, you just attach one button to the front here, and then you leave it open. So it's really nice to wear over a dress or like over your bikini like she's doing in the picture. I mean, I normally wear a bathing suit, but that would also work really well. But yeah, the jury's out on this one. The next one that I wanted to finish, or not finish, that I wanted to work on is the Sailor Swift top. And I mean, when I started this, I was almost monogamous with it. But then other things happened. So, and it was left by the wayside. I haven't touched this since the beginning of the month. And you start this at the back and knit as far as to the armhole, like where the armhole stops. Then you pick up for the straps and knit each one of those. And I decided to make this a more scooped neck, which just meant that I knit some extra length to the straps before I cast on stitches here. And I have started knitting in the round here, as you can see. This is also 100% cotton yarn. Why am I saying also? The Sandnes Line is not. It has linen and viscose in it as well. But this is 100% cotton yarn that I got from a fabric store quite a few years ago. This has also been something else before. Actually, I started knitting a cardigan from this one, but that cardigan was knit in pieces, and I realized, and it was also a brioche stitch. And I realized that I'm not gonna wanna sew all these pieces together. So I frogged it, and now it's turning into this. I have also knit another cardigan from this raspberry red. It's like a lacy kind of cardigan. It's too small for me now, so I gave it to my daughter. But this is coming along nicely, I think. So when I pick it up, it's not gonna take a very long time for me to finish it. So that was all of the whips that I had planned to work on. Then I had quite a few things that I wanted to cast on. And the first one was the dress number 1. And I feel very excited about this. The reason I didn't cast it on is that I don't have the pattern yet, and I haven't decided if I'm just gonna, because I have the pattern for the blouse number 1, and if you've been with me, you know how much I love my blouse number 1, so let's not talk about that. But I have not decided yet if I'm just gonna use the blouse pattern to make the dress, because I mean, it's just a straight skirt attached to the, or not attached, you just keep knitting, or if I want to buy the pattern. So jury's out on that. I do have the yarn for it, and I chose the Drops Belle in this. It's called Dark Jeans. Yeah, it is really dark now. But here you can see what it looks like in this blue color. The other thing that I wanted to cast on was the Aurora dress from Sari Nordlund's book Summer Knits, and I still have not gotten that book yet. I ordered it in the beginning of June as a birthday present for myself, and now we're in the beginning of August and I still don't have the book. So I mean, this is getting ridiculous at this point. Let's see, maybe this book shows up at some time. I don't know. The next thing I wanted to cast on was also a dress. It's like 3 dresses now. And this one has actually happened. This is the Brösarp dress by Wool and Beyond. And this is a free pattern from the yarn company Svarta Fåret, which means black sheep. It's a very simple top-down design. And you start at the back, I think. And then you do the front, and then you put them together and knit in the round. And I guess this is a tank top me style, like a cropped tank top at this point. As you can see, it has these simple textured stripes. This is just a combination of a slipped stitch and a purl stitch. And I was not sure I was going to make the stripes, so I thought I'll just make the first one and see what it looks like. And I really like the result, so I decided to keep the stripes. This one is also knit in Drops Paris, and it is a very pleasant yarn to work with. And I picked this cherry pink color. I usually don't wear a lot of pink unless it's more like this dirty, dusty pink. But I thought that for summer I'm okay with wearing more in-your-face colors. I don't know if I'm going to finish this summer. I mean, it is a thick yarn. You're working on 5mm needles, but at the same time, it is a dress, so we'll see. Once it's done, you pick up stitches and make the straps. Okay, that was not everything I planned to cast on. I also planned to cast on the Tuscana t-shirt, and I actually finished it, so happy days. I also wanted to make the skirt that matches the Tuscana skirt. I haven't started on that yet because you have to do a provisional cast on, and when I start a project, I want it to be simple and straightforward. I don't want to mess. So I haven't started it yet, but at some point it is going to happen. And I do have the yarn. I've had this yarn for quite some time. This is the Drops Bomull-lin, which just means cotton linen. And that is exactly what it is. In this black color. And black is, like you can see, that black is not my color, but that's fine because I'm not wearing this anywhere near my face. So this will happen at some point. Let's see if that's this month or if I maybe save it for next year. Okay, what else? That was all the things that I planned. Then I have a rogue cast on. I only have one rogue cast on, so I mean, I think that's a first. And this is the Kora top, and this is definitely my friend's fault because she made one in a black yarn. I think it was Drops Belle. And it just looked so amazing and so pretty on her. So I just had to have one myself. And here it is. I am knitting this in Sandnes Line, and it has this really lovely lace border. So if you feel like you want to do some lace, but you don't want to make a whole thing out of lace, this is very good because it is mostly stockinette. And as you can see, you start from the top, you start with the back, and knit to the end of the armholes, or no, not really, because you make some increases here. Then you do the front, and the front is knit exactly the same way as the back. And then you start knitting in the round, and I have done that as well. And when all of this is done, you pick up stitches for the armholes, and that is, you knit that in a 1/1 rib, I think. This has an Italian cast on, which is, I mean, you have to think a bit before you get into it, but it's a lot easier than the Italian bind off, so don't let yourself be discouraged by that. And you can see that it makes this really beautiful round edge. Yeah, I'm really loving this. I don't know, I don't know if the color is a bit too close to my skin tone. Not right now, because I'm in a weird light, but yeah, we will see. I really like the color. I picked it. So hopefully all goes well. And yeah, the only row cast on this month. Yay me! The things that I wanted to have finished was the summer secret crop for my daughter. And I gave it to her on her birthday, and that's why it was important for me to have it finished. I also wanted to finish the Talia cardigan, but I got mad at her, so that didn't happen. And for my August plans, I have decided to keep it really simple. And I am not going to talk about anything that you haven't already heard about. So for my whips, I want to work on my Sailor Swift top, this one, my Kora top over here, my summer lace wavy cami that is too far for me to reach, but you've already seen it, and the Bliss dress I also want to work on. And the new cast-ons, I do really want to cast on the dress number 1, and I think it's fine if I don't finish until autumn, because it can be worn in the beginning of autumn as well. And if I put a pair of tights under, well into autumn, I think. The other cast on is the Tuscana skirt, and that just seems like it's possible to finish in August because it's not a big knit and the yarn is pretty thick. The needles are pretty thick as well, so I do believe in myself when it comes to that. And the things I want to have finished is the Kora top and the Sailor Swift top, and that I find to be quite a realistic goal. So that's all I had to talk about today. I hope that you feel inspired and that you are also knitting on something in the summer. And I wish you a lovely day and see you in the next one. Bye bye!